Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. The end of time, the coming of the Mahdi, they are coming very, very close. We are not prepared. This video, I want to share with you something very, very incredible, something that just popped on my news feed, and I decided to talk about this. But before I do talk about that particular thing, I want to talk to you about these people. Okay, as you can see, this is don't look at them, lower your gaze if you can, inshallah. So Lady Gaga and Adele, we all know them because they are very famous. So Lady Gaga, she is somebody. Before I talk to you about this one particular person, one particular news that I saw, I want to let you know a few things about these two people and also Bella Hadid. So this Lady Gaga, as you can see, I believe she is this one. She gave an interview to Oprah Winfrey that happened May 2021, and it came on CNN, and she said to Oprah how she suffered psychotic breakdown, quote unquote, after she was raped when she was a teenager and she was pregnant. Sexual assault took place. Adele, this is the person, okay, the next to her. She is someone, if you do not know, she's famous. What she does before she goes on to perform at a show, at a concert, she practices crystal healing, quote unquote, crystal healing, spiritual crystal healing. This is what she practices. Means, in other words, it is almost kind of like a black magic. Now, Bella Hadid, as I mentioned, she is a Lebanese, I believe, supermodel. She posted on Instagram back in November, only last month. She said, I am suffering from anxiety. Okay, she is alone, she feels lonely, she has this mental problem. Now, the last one I want to mention to you is the person. I want to show a video, actually, not just talk about this. But before I tell you about that particular incident, about that particular person, I want to tell you this hadith. Rasulullah, he said, now this hadith is applied to Muslims, non-Muslims, all across the board. Okay, the Prophet, he said, he prophesied that the end of time will be such that the fitna will be coming to you as if it is coming to you a dark object in the sky. So basically he said, inna bayna yaday sa'a fitana kakita layli muzlim yusbihu rajulu fiha mu'min wa yumsi kafir. This is the hadith. This hadith again is applied for Muslim, non-Muslim, doesn't matter, regardless. In other words, the fitna that will hit humankind and the Muslims, especially the Muslims, will be something that nobody can be spared of, because it's coming in huge numbers, dark objects in the sky, like there are so many of them. And a man will be a Muslim in the morning, and then he will become a kafir. So the hadith added that part of it too, of a believer, how he will be struck by this fitna. So this is the hadith that talks about inna bayna yaday sa'a. It will happen before the coming of the hour. In other words, before the coming of the Mahdi, Ad-Dajjal, Yajuj and Majuj that we talk about. Now, the other thing that I want to share with you, and this is the person, this is the incident that I want to share with you, so that inshallah you have an idea why I'm making this video. Because subhanallah, these twins, they're from Florida, US. They're very, very young. You can imagine, they're a teenager, very young, and they are becoming very, very famous. But that is not the end of the story. Yes, a lot of people are becoming famous. They are actually famous, and they are selling their soul, according to Eddie from the Deen Show, to the shaitan. They're selling their soul to the shaitan. I want you to take a look at this video, and then inshallah you will understand what I'm talking about. Let's watch this together, inshallah.
And ever since I sold my soul, I haven't been happy ever since. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta believe me. It is what it is. I'm not even capping. It's because, listen, I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because, I had to do it because I was trying to make it, you feel me? And as if when I was, selling my soul, there was things that I could sacrifice about and stuff like that, and I sacrificed myself. You really gotta pick, you understand what I'm saying? And you get anything you want. You get to be rich. You get to have fortune. You get to You have to have everything you ever
Okay.
wanted. You feel me? But
So basically, he is saying that I sold my soul in order for me to become rich and famous. Okay, he made it absolutely clear. In other words, he is considering selling his soul as something that is profitable. Okay, even though he said I'm not happy, but he had to sell his soul. Why? Because this will bring him money and richness and fame. Now I want you to take a look at the ayat from the Quran, and this person, I'll tell you a little bit more about him. The shaitan had a conversation with Allah Azza wa Jal. But before I mention this particular conversation, I want to tell you the fitna of Dajjal. Okay, because we are all living in the system of the Dajjalic system. Okay, and some of us are saved because of our iman, while a lot of us are not saved. Rasulullah said, and I mentioned this hadith in my past videos, إِنَّهُ لَمْ تَكُنْ فتنة في الأرض ذي أرضي منذ ذر الله ذرية آدم أعظم من فتنة Dajjal. The fitna of Dajjal, since the creation of Adam, it is the greatest of all fitan, and this is reported in Sunan Ibn Majah. Abu Umama al-Bahali, he mentioned this hadith. Now, what is the ayah that I want to share with you before I tell you more about him? Allah Azza wa Jal had this conversation with Iblis, with the devil. Okay, the Iblis, the Iblis, the main guy. And he said in that conversation with Allah Azza wa Jal, قَالَ رَبِّي بِمَا أَغْوَيْتَنِي, because you have misled me, O Allah. He said to Allah, because you misled me, بِمَا أَغْوَيْتَني لَا أُزَيَّنَ لَهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا أُغْيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ إِلَّا عِبَادَكَ مِنْهُمُ الْمُخْلَصِينَ. He said that because you misled me, I'm going to be misleading them all except إِلَّا عِبَادَكَ مِنْهُمُ الْمُخْلَصِينَ, except the one who are not willing to be misguided, who are sincere, mukhlasin, who is sincere to their faith. Now, dear my sister, this is the ayat from the Quran that talks about how dangerous it is for us, wallahi, for all of us, to fall into this trap and be led by shaitan. Now, why I'm making this video and what is the point? One last hadith that I want to share with you about this particular thing. He is from Florida. Okay, he's from Florida. He's very young. He has a twin brother. They came on TikTok and they made a video. They sang a song, and boom, voila, they became very famous. This guy. Okay, his name is Fly Soldier. He has a different name, but this is how he is known on TikTok. So these people, these young guys, they are not these twins. They are not alone. There are many young people, especially the Muslims, I should say including the Muslims, who are coming online, who are talking to people, who are acting in a way that you would think this guy is very cool. If you live especially in the Western countries, every time you see a young guy, a young teenager, he will act, his attitude will be such that he is telling you, I'm a cool dude. That's what they call it, cool. I'm a cool man. Are you cool, man? Yeah, I'm cool, man. How often we hear this word cool? All the time. They use it in the movies. They use it in TikTok. They use it everywhere. Social media. This word cool has become so famous. In other words, believe it or not, this is exactly what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he prophesied, and he mentioned that exact word. Yes, exact word. He said, وَيُقَالُ لِي رَجُلٍ. People will say to this man, Ma akalahu, how intelligent you are, how smart you are. And then he said, Wama adrafahu wama ajlada, and you are so cool. Adrafahu here basically means in English, cool. You are so cool. Wama adrafahu wama ajlada wama. And then Rasulullah, he concluded the hadith by saying, Wama في قلبه مثقال حبة خردل من إيمان. And these cool people, these smart, intelligent young guys that you see and you are amazed how nice, how cool lifestyle, how smart lifestyle they're maintaining, Rasulullah said in their heart, في قلبه مثقال, the size of a grain of iman is missing in their heart. There is no iman whatsoever. And obviously the hadith looks like talking about the Muslims, because when we talk about iman, we talk about the Muslim. But nevertheless, dear sisters, we are seeing at the same time how non-Muslims are influencing young Muslims to become cool, to act smart, to become intelligent. And dear my sister, every time you see this kind of attitude from a Muslim guy, young guy, tell him what you are doing. You know, sometimes they wear pants that are not even fitted well. Sometimes they wear clothes that are completely un-Islamic, very tight. You know, you can see them through, and they build this muscle, as some of them are very skinny. Tell them the attitude that you have. Don't think you are smart, because someone who is much smarter than you, he prophesied this is exactly what you will do after 1400 years. Subhanallah. So we have a responsibility as believers to convey the message and protect ourselves from the fitna of Dajjal and prepare for the coming of the Mahdi, Yajuj and Majuj, end of time, because wallahi things are getting pretty bad right now. Jazakallah khair for tuning in. If you're new here, consider subscribing, like this video if you do, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.